YouTube friends, here we go. Where are my square body people at? Because I have got a hot one for you today. All you who know me know that I love a square body. I grew up with square bodies. I'm a child of the 80s, so they are what I know to my core. And out of all the square bodies, the Bourbon is my favorite. Love me a square body Burb. They're just plain awesome. It's Americana. It is just US of A. It's exactly what I love about the 80s, what I love about the USA, and what I love about GM. They just killed it with the square body. And, they'll never make trucks, utes like this ever again. So everybody from the 80s has a square body Suburban story. Everybody knew somebody with one, their friends had one, their neighbors had one, their uncle had one. I know my parents had them, my uncles had them, my grandparent had them. It's just like, yeah, they're just part of growing up. So I have always, as a collector now, loved the square bodies. And when I find nice ones, I jump right all over it. So this is a 1985. It is a K20, makes it a little bit more rare. The K series is 4x4, and then the 20 just means it's a beefier version, and I love the 20s. When I find a 20, I always grab it if it's a nice one, because there's no driving experience better than one of these guys, because they weigh 100 million pounds, they're smooth, they're just built like a brick you-know-what house, and you just combine that with the straight lines of the square body, and you've just got just such an awesome truck. So yeah, the K20, this one is in my favorite two-tone. I love the silver, I love the black with the red pinstriping, and it's just a great truck. My friend found it. It was a Washington truck. I think it was only a 2 or 3 owner, low miles, and it was in amazing condition. It being in Washington State, it didn't have any rust on it. It was straight as an arrow, which is hard to find in these. Even the ones that aren't rusty have typically had some sort of body damage or sat outside and just been banged up or beat to hell and back. This one had patina paint and it had some paint cracking. But other than that, body was straight, zero rust. So I jumped all over it. Originally, I wasn't going to have it repainted because I wanted to use it, and I didn't, when I repaint something, I do it right. And I just was like, I don't want it to be like a garage queen. Well, I had it for like 3 months and I was like, okay, I'm repainting it. It's just killing me. It deserved to be repainted. So my paint shop, shout out to them. They're amazing. They use PPG. It's like they do a million stages. The only thing is, now that I've taken it to a couple shows, people are like, this is a way better paint job than what would have come on it in 1985. GM in 85, they weren't doing the best paint work. So this is the paint job it deserved. So yes, it's been fully sanded, repainted. There was no rust repair to do, it being a Pacific Northwest truck, and it turned out stunning. It wasn't a frame off paint job, but you wouldn't know it if I didn't tell you. It is sickening. And again, these square bodies are getting so hot. You could buy Suburban square bodies for like pennies. Damn, these things are getting expensive. I mean, if you can find them that don't need a bunch of work, you're going to pay a lot of money for these, because people have caught on to how great these are. I'm a little sad about it because, I used to be able to pick, nice Suburbans up for like, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Yeah, no more. Those days are gone. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I'm glad people are starting to appreciate them like I do and respect them. And it's really awesome to see how much people love these. When I take this Suburban out, people go nuts. And again, I just love square body Suburbans because you take it out and everyone's like thumbing it up and telling them, oh, I had one like that, or my dad had one, my grandpa had one, my neighbor had one. It's just cool to like hear people's stories, and we all got them, right? So yeah, this one, we had it repainted, and did the usual. We put new bumpers on it, and we put new chrome on it, and new moldings on it. Mirrors are original. Obviously, we had the wheels painted, also put some BFGs on there, and yeah, it was mechanically, we essentially just did a tune-up, carb rebuild. I think spark plugs, belts, and master cylinder, couple of other small things. Had the AC charged up. But yeah, that was about it mechanically, and she roars like brand new. And this has got, I think, 90-something thousand miles on it, and I'm dead certain that's original mileage. You can just tell by some of the still original things. Look up under the truck and you can tell this is a original mileage truck. No doubt in my mind. I've seen enough of these to know. I told the painters not to touch the undercarriage. I didn't want to spray it black. You know, I just think it looks good the way it is. I don't need it to look like, you know, I'm going to Barrett Jackson in it. I want people to see it for what it is. I appreciate it when people do that. You know, and to me, there's nothing to hide under here. It's like, it's just stunning in, you know, the condition it is. So yeah, didn't touch that up underneath it. But man, what a solid rig. And again, when my friend sent me pictures, I couldn't get out fast enough to grab this. Oh, another thing that I love about it is, let me show you the interior. How nice this interior is. We had to do a couple things. We decided to put new carpet in there, and we did go ahead and change the seats. The seats that were splitting in the seams, just the front driver. So shout out to SMS. They sell the exact same material. So we got the exact GM carpet. It is exact, and the same materials also. Because we didn't have to do the back, and I was like, I need it to match perfectly. So you pay a lot more to get SMS's fabric, but it is literally the correct factory fabric, so there will be no mismatch or anything. So yeah, the seats are brand spanking new, and I love this. When you get the Silverado package, you get such luxury amenities like so. Double armrest, because you can't just have one armrest, you got to have double armrest. I mean, this is like an 80s era couch. You got to be like, you know, bam. Obviously I love the big steering wheel. Look, you can tell when I say it's got 93,000 miles, the steering wheel would be a dead giveaway. There's a million other things too. Like, this isn't cracked, you know, it didn't bake in the sun all of its life. This isn't faded and peeling. This doesn't have wear on it. You actually still, and does no cracks, still has the grooves. Yeah, everything works on it. It's just great. I'll show more in my driving video. Did have to put a pad on there, but we did the correct kind, not the junky kind. No offense, LMC, but yours are crap. Yeah, the headliner's in great shape. It is just a super clean example. I mean, you can just look at the door panels and tell this was not a beat up truck. This was not a work hauler. This was not, let me throw 100 snot-nosed kids in there with their like sticky fingers in it. And one thing I love about this one is that it does not have a third row. I don't personally like the third rows. I like them like this. So I like being able to, you know, have more space back there, because that's kind of the point of these things in my mind. So yeah, I'll do another video where I take you guys on a ride and show you how everything works, like the power windows and everything. But yeah, Silverado package. So it gave you the power locks, the power windows. It gave you the cruise control. This one did have the AM/FM stereo also, which still does work. That is the original stereo. Another way you can tell that this is an original mileage truck. 93,000 miles on this. It was in Washington. It was actually in Kirkland, Washington. Hello, Costco. And what a beauty. That was why I decided to repaint it. It just deserved it. It was too nice not to. And like I said, even the floor mats, the original floor mats are in such good condition. And back here, like, you don't have tears in the, you know, vinyl. Like, the plastic's in really nice condition. It's not dented and beat the hell. You still have the plastic molding back there. It's just really, really nice. I've had, good God, maybe 15 square body Suburbans. This one is by far the nicest one. Hence why I spent what I did on the paint job. But again, things that, you know, are just show, like the chrome. The pad's not all busted. This is not faded. The strap's in great shape. You know, the mat pocket, like all these things. The original floor mat, insane, so nice. This one does have the window sticker in it, some cool documents. Yeah, I swear to you, you will not find a nicer one. This is the nicest K20 Suburban I have ever put my hands on, I've ever put my eyes on. Can't wait to give you a driving video. They drive like no other. I love how this thing handles. And again, I just love how it is essentially a show truck now. I didn't mean to do that to it. It just kind of naturally happened. But yeah, this is now show quality. So here you go. It's a show truck. What can I say? It was too nice not to. Forgive me. And yeah, it needs to be enjoyed too. Drive it to, you know, the lake house, the mountain house, take it to the car shows. But don't leave it outside. Don't beat it up. Don't let your kids put their feet on the seats. Like, let's give it some respect here, okay? It deserves it. It is a beauty. It is well preserved, and it has been brought back to life to the tens. So there you have it.